All right. Yeah. Hey. Oh no, there's cats. Cats have greeted me. Hello. Hello, hello. They present PC Tech. It's gonna be like 40 minutes, I think. Um here's the here's their YouTube channel, which is where they're gonna be streaming from. So I'll have to grab that when it starts. But for right now, we can do the leaked Starfield trailer. I think you guys said they were talking about that earlier. Yeah, hello everyone. Thanks for joining. We'll be checking out a couple of trailers before the main show starts. So we'll be covering some of this. There we go. It's meh. Well, it's Bethesda. What do you want? It looks kind of grainy, am I not? 480p is the max resolution on this trailer? Hmm.
They say the wonder is not that the field of stars is so vast, but that
They
we
said the
have
name.
measured it.
Starfield.
You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family. What you've found, it's the key to unlocking everything.
We reach your constellation.
This is all we've been working towards.
Uh-huh.
Route looks good.
We've come to the beginning of humanity's final journey.
Prepare for departure. Graviton loop array spool check. Your space lane is clear.
That's why we're here.
Main engines go. Ignition.
I'm not sure what kind of game is Starfield even supposed to be.
Discover what's out there.
Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
Okay, and then this is release date 11/11/22. Okay. See it. And I've mentioned that before. I hope we get less of that in the PC gaming stuff. I would appreciate if they did, but like, so my issue with trailers like that is, um, like, okay, if I'm just coming into
Play it
this,
day one with Xbox Game Pass.
okay, sure. If I'm just coming into this completely, whoops. If I'm just coming this completely blind, like I am actually, and being like, okay, I want to see the trailer for Starfield, and I watch that, I have no idea what kind of game Starfield is. Is it an RTS? Is the a space flight simulator? Is it a FPS game? Um, it's action role playing. Okay, but like, what about that trailer told me that? Like that trailer told me nothing about the game whatsoever, except for that it has spaceships in it. So it's completely useless. Any game trailer should tell you what kind of game it is, and if it doesn't, then it's a waste of time. Anywho, Diablo 2 Resurrected had its trailer come out. as I said, I guess the exceptions can be things like this. I guess because like everyone knows what Diablo 2 is, right? At this point, everyone knows Diablo 2, so it's not such a big deal. But we watched the trailer for Starfield. Wolfer.
A dark figure wanders in the east. He must be stopped. At all costs.
Ooh, spooky. Okay. So it doesn't immediately look that much better, but I assume that's because it has to run on consoles. Yeah, and it doesn't immediately look any graphically better than Diablo 2 Basic does. I guess when you compare it side by side like that, it does look a little better. Okay, it looks a little bit better. It doesn't look like current gen or anything, but it looks better than it did back then. I played the hell out of Diablo 2 when it was newish, though. I played the hell out of Diablo 2.
But it will be your greatest moment.
The only thing I have to say is I hope they don't cash shop the hell out of it. If they cash shop the hell out of it, it's gonna be disappointing to see. But yeah, I played Diablo 2 a lot. And it had PvP in a way. We kind of jury-rigged having the PvP and doing bets and gambling for loot in Diablo 2, by the way. And I had a PvP werewolf build for Druid. I would do Druid shapeshift and do their Fury Swipe, where you do 3 attacks really fast. So you would get a weapon that had a really slow swing speed normally, but the Fury Swipes didn't care. They attacked fast no matter what. So you get like this really high damage cap, slow ass weapon, and just Fury Swipe people with it, and it would insta kill people. So it was fun. I had a lot of fun with that game, but way back in the day. Well, I think they're trying to remaster this game because WoW Classic was a huge success. WoW Classic was a big hit for them. So I think they're just trying to latch onto that. I think they're seeing that the nostalgia factor for their old games is really high, and they realize that they can use it. And to be honest, what they did with WoW Classic was really actually good. At least when I was playing it, it was. But I've kind of hit a point of no. I've kind of hit a point of no more buying Blizzard games because of their stance on China and the way they treat their workers. And their upper management are basically shitheads, but I guess that's true for any game company, to be honest. But what are you gonna do? So what else was there? Oh yeah, a new game to torture me with for you guys. I know you guys appreciate that. Yeah, it's to varying degrees.
Our sins will catch up with us.
Blizzard's a little too cozy with Tencent for me.
Always. I was given a second chance. I spoke the words.
Yeah, so this game is, if you guys don't know Salt and Sanctuary.
I drank the Mage Bane.
If you guys don't know Salt and Sanctuary at all, this is a sequel to it. It's basically a 2D Dark Souls like, or Souls like, I guess is the term.
Only to hunt mages.
Yeah, so it would be kind of in the same vein as kind of Blasphemous that I played before.
I am a marked inquisitor. There aren't many.
But this one has a class system built into it and equipment. This is gonna have co-op now, which is super awesome that they added co-op to this one. So that's neat. It says PlayStation, but I don't think it's PlayStation only. And I was never mind. I want to add that. No, well, let's hope that things don't get crazy. Did I play Psychonauts 1? I did not. I didn't play Psychonauts 1. I saw Psychonauts 2 was announced, but I have no nostalgia to it at all, so it doesn't work for me. Salt Sanctuary came out 2 years ago. No, it's been more than that. It's been more than that now. It's a bit older than that. This game doesn't look like a huge change from that. It's more of a, it looks more like a steady upgrade. Have I tried Hollow Knight? I have not tried Hollow Knight. I've seen it. I've seen Hollow Knight. And I've seen people play it, and it looks like an interesting game, but it also looks like a game that would kick my teeth in, and I don't know that I would. I don't know that I would enjoy it enough to play it. For instance, I didn't like Ori and the Blind Forest. And I know people love that game, but I didn't like that game either. So I have a feeling I wouldn't like Hollow Knight. Although I do recognize that it is a good game. It's a very well made game. Yeah, I have a feeling Hollow Knight would kick the shit out of me. It looked like it's super hard. It looks like it's a super hard game. I liked Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight was very good. Shovel Knight was a really fun game. I enjoyed it a lot. It reminded me a lot of playing like the Mega Man X games back in the day, and I love the Mega Man X games. So Shovel Knight, it really hit the nostalgia feels for me. No, I don't mean Hollow Knight's bad. I just think it would be, there would be difficulty spikes that I would hit where I would get super frustrated and get mad at it and not want to play it anymore. That's my only fear. So, you know, this looks like a fairly interesting little world exploration game. So I think I could play this one. Not on stream or anything, but I think in my own time I might play this game. The song didn't suck. You to enjoy the trailer more. I can understand that. Couldn't. But it looks like a fun game if you like those exploration type games, kind of like Journey. If you liked Journey, I think this game would probably be really good for you. And I thought Journey was okay. It is stream time. You are 100% correct. Let me see if they have it up yet. There we go. Raw Fury is their channel name. If you say so. And there we go. I don't need their chat in the window, so we will. Oh my god. Okay, fuck it. This is not gonna work. Sorry guys. I'll get it back up, I swear. I swear to you all. Why is it muted? Is it? There's no sound. Okay, everyone's saying there's no sound. So it's not me. It's not me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not the one who has no sound. It's them. You saw DSP? Yeah, I watch DSP detractor content, of course.
You were able to
There we go.
finance this year's PC gaming show by, you know, selling all those black market graphics cards you've been hoarding.
Ah, yes, a crime with absolutely no real-world consequences. Hey, Frankie, wait a minute. Is that a 65-ton catapult mech model CPLTC-1 as featured in MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries?
Sean, I always knew you had immaculate taste. It most certainly is.
Okay.
I can't wait for this year's significantly more weaponized PC gaming
Yeah.
show to go off without a hitch.
It already went off without a hitch.
Can you run a quick hitch scan?
Yeah. You should have done that before the stream started where the sound was off.
Oh, and I also want to warmly welcome someone new to the crew. Mika Burton, welcome.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here and look forward to bringing all of you fresh new PC games and hardware.
I have no idea who you are. I'm sorry.
Zero hitches found presently or in 13,908,665 possible futures.
Hooray!
Yeah!
So what's the plan, Cap?
Well, Frankie, Debbot's gonna send you the coordinates.
I'm not sure what's going on, but
now,
yay.
Your targets might be exclusive interviews, trailer premieres, or any number of amazing new computer games to beam down
She used
to
to
the
work for
fine
Rooster
people
Teeth?
on Earth.
Okay.
Mission received.
Now, this is gonna continue until all
Fair
the
enough,
targets
Starbane.
are cleared and our mission is completed smoothly and without a hitch. Isn't that right, Debbot?
Yes, no hitches located, Sean.
I haven't watched Rooster Teeth since Blue versus Red.
First,
Or Red
let's
versus Blue
teleport down
started.
to the stage to check in on E3 happenings. The only reason we're allowed to legally be back on Earth. Oh,
E3.
Planet Earth.
Do they?
Great to be back, right? Am I right?
One of my favorite planets in the whole galaxy.
It's all right.
And thank God that teleporter was conveniently built just out of frame of camera. Mika, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the PC
See,
Gaming Show 2021.
my
It
thing-
feels great to be
my
back
thing
on
has
the
always
live
been,
stage once again. Over the next 90
Sean
minutes,
Plott,
we're gonna
it seems
bring
like an
you a
awesome
showcase of some
person,
most
but he
exciting
also seems like
upcoming
somebody
PC titles.
who, if I spent any amount of time with, I would get real tired of him real quick.
And if dozens of new trailers
But he seems like an
were
awesome person.
Later in the
I-
show,
I'm just
we are
not
going to
compatible.
tell you how to win a custom MechWarrior 5 themed PC powered by Intel. So you're going to want to stick around for that.
Now, make sure to keep out a special look for a special promo code throughout the show from Humble Bundle, during which you can get a ticket to
There you go, guys.
Civilization 6 Platinum Edition for just $10.
If you like if you like Civilization games,
We're gonna kick things off with Nautica Blade Point, probably the most original entry in the Battle Royale genre this year. Let's go!
Naraka Blade Point. I've never heard of this game. They say it's a Battle Royale game? He likes to talk too much, Kitten. That's my problem with him. He likes to speak too often, too much for me. I get socializing for me is real tiresome. So anyone who is just chat, I can't take it. I eventually just get sick of them and want to not be there anymore. It's way too much. It's too much for me. It's too much. I've never heard this game, but apparently it's super popular, so that's cool. Maybe it's more of an overseas thing. Oh, I see. It's because it's in Asian country, so it's not in America yet. That's why I've never heard of it. You have a fire chainsaw though, so that's something. $20 for the game standard.
PC Gaming Show Steam's cloud gaming service that connects PC gamers like you to their own library of games, purchased from digital stores like Steam and the Epic Games Store. Coming up, Dying Light 2 and Orcs Must Die 3. But first, a trailer for Humble Games' Dodgeball Academia. And be sure to check out GeForce Now, currently available for PC, Mac, Shield, Android, Chromebook, and iOS. Visit
Okay.
GeForceNow.com to learn more.
GeForceNow.com. Yeah, it's because the volume is all over the place. I'm trying to make it where it doesn't overpower me. Yeah, see, like he was like nothing, and now this is like way up high. He was super quiet compared to the game trailers. But I turned it up a little bit, so let me know if the volume balance is good. That seems like a cute little game. It's like a RPG. It's like a volleyball RPG. Or dodgeball RPG, I mean. Interesting. Dodgeball Academia. It's cute. That's a cute little game.
Make sure to
I
check
wouldn't
out
wouldn't
Dodgeball
spend
Academia
more
out
than like
soon
15 bucks
Humble
for it, but it
Games.
seems like a cute
Ooh,
game.
That was sweet. Don't you agree, DevBot?
Sure, whatever you say, Sean. I agree with whatever you say.
I'm sensing a little bit of resentment there, buddy.
He's
as
yeah,
someone roasted your
he's
boys.
programmed to agree with you.
I am happy to play second fiddle to a captain as charming and handsome as you. I have also definitely not dedicated multiple cores to computing revenge plans in a range of lethalities.
Great.
I don't believe him. I think he might be lying.
Quiet cap. It looks like Chivalry 2 with a special word from Steve Piggott, CEO and creative director of Torn Banner Studios.
Hey guys, Steve
If you say
Piggott,
so.
founder of Torn Banner Studios and creative director on Chivalry 2, which just launched 5 days ago. I'm so happy to be here at the PC Gaming Show.
Haven't you? Did any of you guys into Chivalry?
If you don't know, is a first-person slasher, which is
I
like
played a little bit, but
first-person
not a
shooter,
ton.
Except instead of guns and grenades, you've got swords, battle axes, longbows, and players are fighting it out on these huge 64-player battlefields. It's all about creating those epic sword-fighting duels that you see in medieval Hollywood movies, and also that huge clash, the Battle of the Bastards.
I know people are kind of
Chaos and
excited to have this one come out.
Post-launch support plan is going to look like a mixture of mid and massive level content updates coming out across this year. One of the things we're most excited about is taking it to different eras in the medieval period. Before we've done the early period, now we're going closer to the later period in the upcoming update where you're going to get a bit more refined medieval armors and refined atmospheres that you can then go in and tarnish it and smear blood all over. But we really want to take players into different experiences and make each of our maps its own game mode and make it something that medieval army would actually do when they go into a space.
So
And,
that's
when you come
interesting, but I
across
could
these
see that
pristine gardens and this
maybe
beautiful
people want
castle,
more than one map
you
per
get to
game
tear it
mode.
all
You know what I
down
mean?
and cause it's a canvas for your destruction.
To have variety. You have more than one map for each game mode, so there's some variety. I would think, but
Our passion for Chivalry 2 is basically bottom line. It's the game that got us onto the scene and started the company, and it's the game that's going to take us so much further.
With the post-launch plan for Chivalry 2, the game at launch is a foundation. It's intentionally been built to be extended.
It's not just out and done. We're going to support it a lot with post-launch content.
Galencourt is the first teal map that's coming out post-launch.
I'm not sure either,
It's
kitten.
going to take us to the high medieval times or the late medieval times.
It really captures the Agathian ideals of being this like noble, rich, wealthy place where the prosperous
Yeah, so
live.
lots of DLC. I would assume, Woofer. Lots of DLC.
It was on a port where ships could dock into. You'll also be blowing up a couple ships, which is fun. We've got a ton of weapons coming in.
I would hope any multiplayer game that's supposed to have a long life cycle is built to be expanded. That's kind of the idea, right? Is you keep expanding it as it goes.
Post-launch content is something that we're going to be working on for a long time.
The game is really going to at least double in size for free.
Okay, so they're not selling any of it. They're just adding to it for free. So hopefully it's not the
Next up,
hopefully it's not
we
the case,
have an
Wolfer. Hopefully the
exciting
game
look
is
at
in a
Dying
good
Light 2,
state when it
and
comes
make sure
out.
to stick around
I
to
won't be
find out
playing
who
it, but
can
for the
win
people
a
who do like
custom
chivalry,
Mech
hopefully it's
Warrior
in a good enough
PC
state
from
that
our friends at Intel.
at launch it's good enough to buy. But the fact that they're going to enhance it for free, maybe for people who are interested in it, maybe hold off on it for a while, and let them kind of get to a better spot post launch. So this looks like cooking out or whatever it is. That co-op game. Okay, it's not. It's like a Splatoon game. Wrinkle your taste buds, you say. You have to cook the meatball. Ramen. Overcooked, that's what I was thinking of Sarvania. Get rid of the food, so it's a racing game. So it's like just a mini game collection. It looks like there's like racing, there's battling, there's a soccer style game with meatballs. So it's like a cooking themed Fall Guys.
Hi.
Yeah.
My name is Piotr Szymanek. I'm narrator
It could be fun.
in Dying Light 2.
If you have a bunch of friends you can play it with, I'm sure it would be a fun game. I can see that.
Today, especially for the viewers of the PC Gaming Show, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the Dying Light universe. So, stay tuned.
So Dying Light was a game I played quite a bit. I never beat this. It's one of those games I never beat the story, but I did like tons of side quests.
With a virus that escaped from Haran, the city we met in the first part of the game, and it reached the whole world, including the city where Dying Light 2 takes place. Remember January 6, 2025. That day, later known as Black Monday, the military ordered
at night the game was freaky.
To be dropped on the city. It was a mistake, a huge mistake. The chemicals mixed with water penetrated the soil, killing plants, turning most people into bloodthirsty monsters. Don't think of them as zombies though.
But they
more
are.
Like half-alive, suffering people who attack everything that lives as a result of their pain and rage.
They are zombies,
Those
so.
who survived the chemical raid took refuge on the rooftops. A new order has been born in the city. People live on the rooftops, monsters in the streets. Nobody in their right mind.
So that's like the the original Dying Light was like that too.
Let's say almost nobody. The exception is the main character of Dying Light 2, Aiden. But why is he braver than others? How did he
Because he's the protagonist.
such a unique parkour and combat skills? Believe me guys, I would gladly answer all these questions, but I'm not here to spoil it for you.
Yes, Starbrain. We have code words for them.
Nightmare haunts me every night. I'm locked up with other kids. I don't know what he did to me, but he did it every day.
Oh God,
Over
come on.
and over. Looking for something he couldn't find. The worst part was that he did the same to my sister. I'll never forget her scream when they separated us. What could
They
I do?
misspelled that, by the
had
way.
rifles.
They spelled it Frogret.
We were 5 years old.
They couldn't even proofread their own trailer.
Fire, explosions, chaos. I got away. Soldiers took me out of the city, but my sister stayed there. My Mia. I left her.
We meet Aiden as one of the many, many children undergoing mysterious medical research. The last thing Aiden remembers from that time is extreme pain, then a fire, and a little girl that was being tested with him.
I see.
Her name
So,
was Mia. She was his sister. What happened next?
So he's the protagonist
Is
because
Mia
he's
still
been
alive?
subjected to
The
many
following
medical
years
experiments.
haunted Aiden with these questions and with guilt over leaving her. Moreover, Mia is the only answer to the question who Aiden really is. Now in 2036, we meet Aiden when, for the first time during his pilgrimage, he finds a clue about how to find his sister.
The
Aiden's
plot twist
path
is you were the zombie
through
the
this
whole
path,
time.
full of challenges and adventures. The difficult choices to make as well as their consequences await you. You're going to discover them all in December 2021.
That's true, Woofer. Yeah, I didn't think the protagonist of the Dying Light one was very interesting at all either. Oh, December 7th this year. Okay, it's sooner than I thought it was going to be, actually. Ethan and Mia with zombies. Yeah, back to Resident Evil 7.
Dying Light 2, and it looks great.
And spooky.
Whew, well, we are here back on the
We actually didn't see any gameplay, so I don't know why you're saying that. They didn't show the game at all.
You're seeing on this year's PC Gaming Show.
That is right, Sean. So you out there, keep your comments coming in. And as you're watching this year, we want to get your input on a subject that Sean and I are pretty passionate about: PC building.
Well, the plot for the first Dying Light was more about you were a guy who was following everyone else's story more than it was about you, kind of.
Get to pick which custom design becomes our flagship PC for this year's PC Gaming Show, powered by the 11th Gen Intel Core i9 processor.
Oh,
That is
MechWarrior
correct.
stuff.
Each of the prototype PCs that you see before you on the screen are paired with one of the 6 factions of MechWarrior 5. The Free Worlds League, the
Slime bunnies and
Draconis
slime
Combine,
bats?
the
That's
Federated
great.
Sons,
Yeah.
the Compellin Confederation, and more.
So cast your vote now for
I'm
which
not a
faction
MechWarrior person,
and custom
unfortunately.
PC you want to win, and help
Those
us
look
pick
pretty
the best
cool.
design.
Those look pretty neat, but I'm not a
Currently
MechWarrior person
voting
myself,
for
unfortunately.
The Draconis Combine, because as you can see by my beautiful patch, I'm the biggest fan of MechWarrior 5 on the PC Gaming Show.
Well, all right. Well, we'll check in later to see which group
She has a patch
survives
too,
this
though.
MechWarrior Showdown. But for now, let's check in with our very own mech pilot, Frankie Ward, who went on a special mission to get a closer look at Sega and Amplitude Studios' upcoming strategy game,
I've played
Humankind.
I've played MechWarrior before, but I just never got super into it like a lot of people have. I know people who have whole setups, whole PC setups just to manage their MechWarrior stuff, kind of like with flight
And
sims.
speaking of unique, it's me, Frankie Ward. Looking kind of good, don't you think? Wondering how I got into the game? Let me show you.
I'd like to know more about the game itself, actually. I don't care about you being in the game. I would like to just know about the game.
Oh, you think you can beat me? Posture all you like. I've seen worms with more impressive empires.
Oh, woofer. So this is like a Civilization style game. She is very annoying, yes, Soviet. And hello, thank you for stopping by and watching.
In the Humankind closed beta, starting now.
So it's like a Civilization style game from the looks of it. So that's interesting. I don't like turn-based RTS games. Like I don't like turn-based strategy games like that myself, but I know a lot of people really love those Civ games. So hopefully Humankind will be good too. You're a bad shot. Looks like you're a bounty hunter. Interesting. So is it going to be like a roguelike, or is it an actual, like just a Metroidvania style game? I think it's going to be more of like a Metroidvania style game. From the way everything's looking. They always run. Yeah, they always do. That's true. That's what I've learned from bounty hunters. Coming soon. Wishlist now. I will do that, actually.
Thank you for watching the PC Gaming Show. My name is Deadbot, your cloud-based artificial intelligence, and while it could be lonely without a physical body, I am streaming to you
I'm gonna keep track of some games that I see on this that I think will be interesting. Yeah, it might be interesting. It looks like it might be pretty cool.
With a library of over 900 games and new titles added every GFN Thursday, there's something for everyone and always something new. Coming up, a special word from
The Gaben!
But first,
Gaben's gonna bless us! All hail the Gaben!
Hey! You want it?
Orcs Must Die. Yeah, this is the new Orcs Must Die game.
Come and get it.
That's another game I've never played, but it always looked like it would be pretty fun.
Joining me to talk about Orcs Must Die 3 from Robot Entertainment is designed
Those kind of games that are like the horde mode kind of games where you kind of set up traps and everything are pretty interesting.
So, for anyone who's never seen an Orcs Must Die game, what is the Orcs Must Die series all about?
Well, Orcs Must Die 3 is a third-person tower defense.
Yeah, tower defense, but cooler. Yeah, it's got a nice aesthetic to it.
And bad guys trying to get into these rifts, and the player has to stop them. We give players tons of weapons and traps and tools to do this, and while you're defending the rifts, you can play solo, or you can.
That would be a good Starbane. That'd be really good.
Now, since this is the third game in the series, what's new compared to the previous two titles?
There are 2 new campaigns, but the main new story campaign takes place about 25 years after Orcs Must Die 2, so not only will the fans be able to catch up on any new developments with the Order, but they will also place some new heroes in our all.
Do people play Orcs Must Die for the story?
These new massive levels where you fight hundreds of orcs on the battlefields outside of the fortress themselves. So you're fighting
a ballista of ballistas. That's interesting.
We have a new mode called Scramble. It's basically adding random elements against the player, making the levels more challenging.
I want to know about the toys.
Okay.
What are the new weapons and the new traps that are coming?
We added war machines and war guardians. So a war machine is like there are these.
Well, I knew there was a story, but I didn't know if anyone played it for the story. That's all I meant.
You'll climb into a catapult and you'll fire at giant orc armies, and then the war guardians.
I do like the siege weapons.
It's like putting
other
war mages on the battlefield with you to fight with you, except they have their own attacks and their own special abilities.
Well, I gotta ask then, when and where can we play Orcs Must Die 3?
So OMD3 is coming out on July 23rd on Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox, and pre-orders start today. So
no Switch Starbane. I'm sorry.
Steam now and put OMD3 on your wish list.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jerome K. Jones. Once again, just a few more weeks to wait for Orcs Must Die 3. For now, though, it's time for us to take a look at Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song.
Aww. I was hoping at Bloodlines 2. Bloodlines 2. Where is Bloodlines 2? What's happening with it? Where did it go?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm sad. I know, guys. I'm sad about it though. I really wish they were still making Bloodlines 2. I'm so sad that it imploded upon itself. But yeah, I think it's for the best, Woofer. I think you're right. The game looked like it was going in a really bad direction.
Halsey, get out here.
Looked like it was stuck in development hell, unfortunately.
You come for me and mine. But first, you need to find us.
All I
She's
want is to be with my little girl.
she has Nosferatu powers.
So much to ask.
Yeah, I don't know myself, Wolfer. I don't know about it. I kind of miss the gloom. I kind of miss the gloomy atmosphere that the Masquerade had.
Hello, this is CERN
compared to the new one.
Games. We are a
I like the
Malaysian-based
idea that like
game
everything was
studio
going to hell
working on
no matter what.
Gigabash,
It was a dark and gloomy kind of
inspired by kaijus and heroes. Today, we'd like to showcase some new and
kind of dark and
exciting
gloomy
footage
just
of our oversized characters
setting,
in
which was
action.
interesting to me.
Please enjoy the brawl.
Oh shit! You should have watched out for his superpowers. Don't let the snail boy just throw stuff at you. It's a Godzilla fighting game without Godzilla. Yeah, it'll have a lizard creature that is distinct from Godzilla for copyright purposes. Oh wow, that's interesting. That was pretty cool. Speaking of giant mechs. This seems like it would be an alright game. If you and your friends wanted to get together and goof off for a while, I think this would probably be a pretty good game. Yeah, I'm with you with that, kid. Now, I wish it was more of an open world kind of game that you design yourself and make your own character and stuff, instead of having a pre-made character that it seems like they're doing with all the vampire games now.
We stand on the verge of extinction.
Infertility spreading across the globe.
Humanity's last living generation.
A major scientific breakthrough.
Yet there is hope for our future.
The project known as the Lemnis Gate.
But if we are
The
to survive,
Lemnis Gate.
first we must go back.
Lemnis Gate.
3, 2.
It's gonna be a team-based shooter. Yeah, it's a team-based shooter. I'm not terribly interested, but
Protect and serve.
Tarika Games, I'm sitting had a lot of the same people for a while with Black Vial too. Yeah.
You have only one mission.
I don't think it's Space Fork Knife. I think it's Space Overwatch
Activate the Lemnis Gate.
or Apex Legends. I think it's more like Overwatch. I think. Yeah, Hermitech. I'm a more of a single player game person myself. I don't like I don't care for multiplayer games as much. I don't like just team games that you play with your friends. I don't like that stuff.
So instead of playing continuously, you play for 25 seconds.
I would like to see more single player
For
games.
example, I'll take a
I'm with
turn
you on
and play
that.
for 25 seconds, and then you
But that
take a turn and
I
play
think
for
I'm the
25
minority.
seconds. And then we turn by turn layer new characters into the same 25-second time loop. So for example, I may run down a hallway and throw a grenade, killing one of your operatives. But then on the next turn, you may intercept my operative before he threw the grenade. So we have Retrieve XM, Seek and Destroy, Classic Deathmatch, and we have a game mode called Domination.
Looks a little better. The sun is shining right through the window over here, so I have to try to adjust my light settings a little bit.
You
Sorry.
can see the board, you can see the time loop, everything that's happening. And then we both get time to like observe, plan, and then execute our moves.
Yeah, Starbane. Yeah, I like co-op games are fine, but competitive PvP games don't do well with me.
Steam, and we're coming up to a
I get too
open beta in
competitive.
July. The game will launch
So
on
it's best if I
PC
just don't even
and
try.
console, both current and next gen platforms.
Thank you so much for joining
Yeah,
us.
praise
James
this.
Anderson.
Yeah.
Once again, that is the genre-bending, first-person shooter, turn-based strategy game, Lemnis Gate. Now, we're not the only one marooned in the
Yeah.
stars out here. Coming up next, let's take a look at Next Space Rebels.
And this no man's land has a technical term.
And the back of it says,
which means, my friends, that space is for
do you even praise?
And I mean everyone.
Do you even praise?
Space Rebels.
You better praise that, son. Rocket Chaos.
You up for it?
Then come on in.
It could be interesting, I guess.
You guys just saw Next Space Rebels. And hey, if you play enough of that game, maybe you'll get good enough at building rockets to join us up in orbit. But don't do anything illegal like Day 9 did. Last break, we set up our Intel and MechWarrior 5 custom
Don't break the
PC
law,
contest
everyone.
and asked
We
you
can't
guys at
encourage you
home
to do
vote
that.
for
That
the
would be
winners.
bad. Don't break the law,
We're
please.
just down to 3 houses now, with Davion, Russell Haig, and Liao being eliminated. So rip to those factions, press F to pay respects, etc., etc. Now that means that we only have 3 houses left: Karita, Steiner, and Merrick. So make sure to vote now, because the winner will determine the build of the custom MechWarrior 5 themed PC powered by Intel.
Davion are the best.
So
I don't know enough about MechWarrior, like I said before. Sorry. I'll go with you on this. Davion not being picked is a crime. They were robbed. There.
100 years have passed since the rise of the Edoran Empire and its untimely demise following the Great Plague. In these troubled times of quarreling factions and outlaws roaming the land, work is not scarce for a band.
Yeah, Starband. Definitely.
The stories of this age have been recorded. They are known as the War Tales.
Ooh, the War Tales. Oh, I see. It's a tactical game like a XCOM or something. Tactical RPG. Oh shit! Don't go in the woods. Don't go in the woods, guys. That could be interesting. It looked kind of slow to me, though. Hopefully you can speed it up.
World RPG from Shiro Games about leading a mercenary troop on a sprawling adventure. And speaking of mercenaries, our battle for the best custom PC based on MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries continues.
Don't
we'll
do that
be back
again.
live on stage soon, so make sure you keep voting for the PC build you like the most, and head over to pcgamer.com/IntelMW5 for your chance to win. So, how about another game announcement?
That would be great.
3 after all.
Yeah,
And
games are what I'm here for.
The show is so full of games set in space. It's starting to feel a little crowded up there.
I don't think they'll let us throw cheese. No, that's the waste of cheese. To be fair.
Exclusive reveal of Ixion, a deep settlement management game set in the stars. In Ixion, you struggle to maintain a space station, stockpiling resources, managing external and internal threats, and rescuing the survivors of other failed expeditions. We think this will be a brilliant entry into the genre when it releases. So, here is
Show it to
your
us.
first look at Ixion.
Thank you. So it's a space-based base builder game.
The Earth, our home, she is unique. Held in its bosom are the ingredients of evolution. Beyond raw survival, beyond the safety of comfort, we, humanity, pursue something greater.
So this isn't an American game.
Persevered, shaped our knowledge from that which is found in the furthest realms of science. However, humanity has brought destruction to the earth, polluted its
Well, I said it's not an American game because his lip syncing doesn't match the words that he's saying. So it was obviously in a different language at first.
But the earth is not to be our grave. A mother does not wish to see her children disappear with her. She wishes to see instead courage in her children, to carry on. Dolos carries this courage. We have gone further.
It's a ring city.
Moved faster than any
Oh, there you go, some gameplay.
hand in hand with those who, like us, carry that courage. The Tycoon Station is both an epilogue of these endeavors and a prologue to humanity's next steps. Our Council of Science.
It's just a homeworld ripoff.
They know,
Just joking.
as do we all,
Joking.
that the survival of humanity now depends on what we glimpse out there.
Interesting.
In the dark. That we are masters of our own destiny. That we must go as a species bound together, pushing further into the unknown. We set sail on this new sea because there is hope to be found.
I kind of like to see more gameplay.
To explore, and because our very existence depends on it. I give you the stars. I give you the Vol engine.
You can keep the stars to show me gameplay. Oh, there it is. It's so big you can see against the moon. And then it blew up. Whoops. Oh, they blew up the moon. That's a bad plan. Don't do that. Don't blow up the moon. All right, we didn't get a lot about what the game's gonna be like, but I do like base builder games, so it might be something to keep track of. I love listening to speeches, Woofer, so the game is just for me. Oh, here's a little cutesy platformer puzzler game. I have that lone game, but I don't think I've ever played it. If it's anything like Lone Far Sales, it's like a shipbuilder thing where I'm trying to think. There's space games that are like it too. I can't remember their names, but like you progress through a randomized course of events that happen, and as you go, you improve your ship. You improve your ship and change it, like, you know, with sails or things of that nature, and it's like a roguelite type game. Yeah, it's another far game, so that's what it's going to be. It's you progress down the line to randomized events and get random rewards and build up your ship and add and remove things to it and that kind of thing.
And you were my sidekick.
What? Who's ever heard of a human sidekick?
There are plenty of human sidekicks, Sean. Building list of known human sidekicks. Alex Vance and...
No. I mean human sidekicks to robot heroes. Can you compute that, DevBot?
DevBot cannot compute. There is no known precedent set for human sidekick to robot lead.
Yeah, there you go.
Human sidekick, robot lead.
DevBot, I think it's time for a hard reboot.
Yeah, I think you broke him.
Frankie, can you take over while I sort this out?
Aye, aye. Let's take a look at the next game reveal.
Lakeburg of Legacies, you say? I'm already off. I'm already off. No, thank you. I'm good. It's a generational game, I guess. It's the meme. I could see people being into that kind of game, but it's not for me. It's not for me. No, it's not even that. It's like have you ever played Rain? It was something like that. It seems like you have like events that happen and you choose responses to those events, and then it kind of does things. What is this now? It's some kind of a horde game. Interstellar Insanity? Killing Floor 2, that's what it is. Okay, I was like, this looks familiar for some reason. I can't think of what it was.
It's the PC Gaming Show, and when you're not watching me, your favorite recurring bit of a robot, make sure to head over to GeForceNow.com to grab a priority membership trial in celebration of gaming's biggest.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that they're still supporting Killing Floor 2.
Faster access to playing your favorite games, longer play times, and the glory of high-performance gaming with RTX on. Act fast, the special offer is only available for a limited time. Still more to come, including Jurassic World Evolution 2, Silt, and a
As far as horde shooters go, good Killing Floor games have been pretty good.
has an interview with Darren Katz from Piranha Games to talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries.
Oh, we're going to talk about MechWarrior? I can't believe we're talking about MechWarrior. I haven't heard that name in so long.
So much more as a voice without a body. Let's talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, and joining us to do so from Piranha Games is the Senior Marketing and Community Manager, Darren Katz. Thanks so much for joining us, Darren.
Thank you, Sean. Great to be here.
Now, the MechWarrior universe is gigantic. There's a ton of games in it. I even played MechWarrior 2 back in 1995.
Killing Floor 2 came out in 2016.
Where does MechWarrior 5 sit in the space?
Yeah, obviously there's a very rich legacy of games.
So it's been out
that
for a
go
while.
way back. But in particular, MechWarrior 5 pays homage to MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries, but it has all this modern design and technology that I'm super excited to talk about with you today.
Well, let's start at the real basics of what makes being in a mech and doing mech-on-mech combat awesome.
You become
that's pretty true for a lot of the game developers. Starbane actually.
Shooting at everything. You're also managing your systems, whether you're shooting a lot of
look at this
weapons that have high heat output. Well, you got to manage your heat so that you don't shut down in the middle of a battle. And when you're facing your foes, you can salvage these battle mechs. So if you see a mech that you want, well, you might not want to destroy it completely. You might want to take out its legs or take out its arm weapons so that the pilot has to eject, and then you can just take the mech.
Now, in the last few weeks, I understand that there's been a whole lot of new content, both updates to the base game and a new DLC, Heroes of the Inner Sphere. Talk to me about what's in the DLC.
Boy, there's a lot in the DLC. I'm excited about all this stuff. There's the new career mode. When you start with the DLC, you can import your campaign previously if you'd like to, or you can start over from scratch and start from any of the great houses. And then carve your path through the galaxy from there. Speaking of paths, there's new career paths, which earn you powerful upgrades for your battle mechs, and it's a really exciting.
Yeah, you seem to enjoy that style of game a lot.
There's a procedural mission type called Beachhead. This is a big one for me. Beachhead is basically you're clearing an enemy base landing zone for your invasion force. So as you land on the planet, you're wanting to take out satellite installations so that the enemy can't communicate with each other. You're taking out artillery emplacements. You're basically clearing the path, as I said, for your invasion force, which leads to a really cool ending of the mission if you succeed as your invasion force comes down. And there's a new biome called Extrasolar Moon, which that's maybe kind of represented in the image behind me. It's a really cool.
Oh, it doesn't have a VR mode? That is unfortunate. That would be really cool to have.
And there's a lot of new equipment and weapons.
VR is catching up with a lot of. VR is getting really popular these days, which is awesome. It's good to see.
Which is a little like a turbo boost for mechs. New weapons like chem lasers.
I was always kind of afraid that VR would be too much of a fad and we'd just give up on it again, but it seems like it's sticking around and people are supporting it, so it's good.
What are the new different mechs? How do they play differently?
The 7 new chassis.
Oh my God, Wolfer, that's nuts.
Corsair, Marauder 2, Champion, Charger, and Hatamoto Chi. But a couple of my favorites.
Familiar names in there, yeah?
Yeah. So the first one I'll talk about is the Vulcan. It's a very unique mech. It's got the nickname the Scarecrow, which you'll see from the profile. It's just a very unique looking mech. There's nothing else like it in the franchise. It's a 40-ton mech. It's highly mobile, and typically it's used for reconnaissance or scout missions because of its mobility. So it can get in and out fast. You can, if you're looking for a specific target, if you're on an assassination mission, for example, you can get in there, find your target, get back out. Another mech that I'm super excited about, this is one of my favorites, is the Marauder 2. This thing is a 100-ton assault.
Oh, that looks nice.
And it is just a beast. Yeah, it is gigantic.
That looks nice. I like that one.
To see it coming at you on the battlefield.
It's something we've talked about before. Modding. I know that MechWarrior 5 has a rich modding community. What are some of the amazing mods you've seen developed?
There's simple modifications from HUD changes, changing colors, adding mechs, weapons, and equipment, to full conversion mods. We've got basically a mech commander mod.
That'd be pretty sweet, Soviet. I agree.
It's just amazing.
I'd like to see that.
Time strategy game. So really,
more Warhammer games in general. How about that?
In the community is probably working on.
Where can people go to get MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries?
Yeah, you can pick it up on Steam, GOG, Epic Game Store, Microsoft PC, and of course Xbox.
So basically everywhere.
Thank you so much, Darren Katz, for joining us to talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. And of course, a warm thank you to MechWarrior 5 for sponsoring the PC Gaming Show and giving me this cool patch. Coming up next, let's take a look at
that looks. MechWarrior's always been fascinating to me. I've just never played them. So maybe, do I need to play MechWarrior 5? Is that what I need to do? Do I need to play MechWarrior 5? Co-op too? There you go. I'm going to take this opportunity for a restroom break, everyone. This game looks like it'll be neat, but I don't. I should write down that one because it has soul-stealing fish. There you go. I will write that down then. Maybe I got up at the wrong part. Maybe I got up at the wrong part. It's in the water, so I love it. Oh, well, never mind. You were just being a troll. I see. Well, this Hello Neighbor too. It is Hello Neighbor 2. I didn't get the first one, so I'm not sure. I'm not super excited about this one either, but I've seen speedruns of this game, of the Hello Neighbor 1, and I think it takes them like 10 seconds or something to beat it. Yeah, it didn't do it for me. It didn't seem it seemed like a real finicky kind of silly game, but yeah, I think the speedruns for the like 10 seconds because they can clip through everything.
Following the incredible success of the first game, we are very excited to return to such an amazing world.
Incredible success, is that what you call the first one?
Experience yet. Set after the events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, you will work alongside
I would call the first one a buggy, broken piece of shit, but you can call it a success if you want.
You will lead efforts to contain, control, and conserve the many dinosaurs now out in the wild. And for the very first time, you will be building parks and facilities beyond Isla Nublar as you explore new, stunning locations across the globe. Of course, it wouldn't be Jurassic World if it wasn't for the stars of the show, our dinosaurs, and we are thrilled to be bringing to life even
Hopefully
more
this
authentic
one's
species than ever before.
hopefully this one's put
including
together better than the first one
awe-inspiring
was.
Flying and marine reptiles. So sit back and allow me to welcome you to Jurassic World Evolution 2.
We ignored all the warnings.
That's how all these games go. We ignored the warnings.
Lessons. We abused our power. We played with genetics like it was a toy.
Is this a guy trying to pretend like he's Jeff Goldblum?
We weren't careful. And now, here we are. This is a very different world.
Are you sure that's... the only way that's not a guy pretending to be Jeff Goldblum is if that is actually Jeff Goldblum.
You just saw Jurassic World Evolution 2, and you know, after all your failed attempts at running a dinosaur park and getting all those people killed, I think this is finally going to be the one where you finally pull it off without a hitch. With a host of new features and new
It's actually Jeff
dinosaurs, this sequel
Goldblum?
from
Okay.
Frontier is an even deeper management sim with a brand new and original narrative. Make sure to wishlist it on
Oh,
Steam
yeah.
now for release later this
Like I
year.
said, the first one released really broken and buggy and didn't function. It wasn't even a functional game. I didn't follow it past that, so I'm not sure what the...
Nautica Blade Point, and unsurprisingly, Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries. I have a feeling, though, that may change as we have plenty more to come. Let's now head on over to see what the folks at New Blood Interactive have cooking. Take it away.
I thought this was only supposed to last 40 minutes. Maybe I read wrong. Must have read wrong. That's fine. Oh, hey, the Faith games. I've seen people play those, actually. More Dusk. Dusk has been out for a while, hasn't it? I don't know what that was.
Wouldn't be the PC gaming show without a fantastic New Blood Supercut. And joining us from New Zealand is New Blood CEO Dave Oshry. Hey, Dave!
Hey guys, thanks for having us back for another year. You know, what you just saw was what New Blood's got going on for 2021. Some stuff you might know about, some stuff you might not know about, and some stuff we're not ready to talk about just yet. But what I do want to talk about is Gloomwood. Gloomwood, as you know, is our next flagship title inspired by great PC games like System Shock.
I've seen this
Arx
one.
Fatalis,
Oh, it's a 90-minute long
Call of
event.
Cthulhu,
Okay.
And of course,
Dave,
the Thief series of
Dave,
games. And not
Dave, I'm
Bloodborne.
sorry. That's
Not one
really
bit.
great, Dave. Gosh, this is kind of embarrassing. We kind of need to hurry it up a little bit. I just want to make sure that we have enough time for our next video. We got an incoming message from Gabe Newell. So I guess
Did he
goodbye
actually-
for this year. I'm really sorry to cut you off, but
Did he actually
see
cut
you
that guy
next year.
off?
What? I'm sorry, what? You're bumping me. You're
Oh,
bump-
it's a
You're
bit.
bumping me for Gabe.
Okay.
Gabe, that Gandalf look. He doesn't even go here.
Is everything okay, Dave?
Not now, Mom. I'm upset. We've spent a year on this. Where is Gabe? Where is Gabe? Where is his boat? Yeah, take me to him. Take me to Gabe Newell.
No one can actually reach Gabe Newell. He is, in fact, an extra-dimensional being. He has risen above us mere mortals into a divine realm. We can no longer reach him. He is above us all.
I'm sure Dave is and will be fine. And if he's not, Who cares? Because we have a special message from Gabe Newell. Take it away, Gabe.
All hail, Gaben.
Hi, this is Gabe Newell. I want to thank PC Gamer for all of the opportunities it gives us as developers to connect with gamers around the world and highlight the new and exciting projects we have coming. One of those for us is Steam Nexfest, an event we're hosting in just a few days to give players a chance to try demos.
Those guys who make Gloomwood and stuff are actually make really good games.
Featuring some of the demos you'll be seeing during this week's PC Gamer event and dozens more. Here's a look at just some of the titles to be featured during Steam Nexfest.
Welcome to Steam Nexfest.
Every time someone asks him about Half-Life 3, he delays it another week.
During the week of the festival, developers from around the world release their demos for you to play.
Time to put on the gamer pants. Let's go.
Oh my god! So go explore the newest titles. From first-time devs to seasoned pros, this is Steam Nexfest.
Oh, fuck. Some of those look pretty good.
So when is that? When is Steam Nexfest? June 16th? I don't think I can cover that one, guys. Oh, hey, look at that. You have a ghost lady that helps you. Okay. Solstice. But it's spelled like soul. You get it? Yeah, it looks interesting. It looks cool. It looks like it would play a lot like the Nier games. The way the combat works.
Hello, Sean. I am Deadbot, dedicated to serving you and your crew's every need.
Glad to have you back, DevBot.
You know, Sean, I wouldn't ever want anything to come between us.
Me neither? That's a weird thing to say.
Like a petty disagreement over hosting responsibilities, or all-out robot versus human war.
You know, it is time to look at some hardware. Here on the PC
yeah, so be it. I said Nier because Nier's combat's way more mobile. Dark Souls is kind of not as mobile as Nier's combat is. Nier has combat that's closer to like a Devil May Cry or something like that.
RGB to light the Vegas Strip. Who's to judge us? This year, with the help of PC Gamer's hardware editors, which I'm pretty sure they're just, weird brains in a jar, we've picked out 4 of the most exciting pieces of kit set to emerge from labs soon. First up, something fittingly sci-fi. The Impulse is a neurocontroller that aims to make you a better gamer by cutting out response times almost entirely. It's not quite Alex Vance's gravity gloves from Half-Life, nor is it quite up there with Gabe Newell's dream of a direct brain-to-game interface, but the Impulse is as close as we're going to get this year. The glove measures the signal traveling through muscles in your
That might be
hand
interesting.
to beat your finger to the click. In theory, it's given you the chance to nail that headshot precious milliseconds ahead of your opponent. If it works out, we could see a tech
Hopefully it's not
like
too
this become
expensive.
commonplace in esports. And if it doesn't, let's hope our neurons at the very least remain unfried. Next up, you guys might be wondering what this chonky beast
That would be
is.
actually pretty
So
interesting.
allow me to introduce
It'd be
you to
like
the
a mouse
Fanatec
with
CSL
four
DD
or 5
wheels.
inputs on
Do
it.
you want to feel like
Like,
you're
each
really
finger's an
burning
input.
rubber at Daytona? Well, then you need a serious force feedback wheel. Direct drive wheelbases.
I don't
gets
play
you
racing
as
games, lady.
close to the
Sorry.
feel of a real racing machine
That's
without,
nuts, though.
having to
The
hoof
tech
gas
that they
and
give the guys who love the racing games is really insane. Along with the flight simulators. You've seen some of the flight simulator controllers for like Microsoft Flight Simulator. Those things are nuts.
CSL DD comes in at only $350, which still isn't exactly a bargain, but it's much cheaper than its competitors.
Yeah, well, for
And
the dangerous
CSL
people.
DD
The
is
dangerous
already
people.
wowing diehard sim racers.
Any woman who can function normally with super long nails is
Believe
you
it
gotta
or
watch
not,
out for her.
sometimes less really is more. If you want to play The Witcher 3 on the subway like we all do, you don't need
Yes,
to drag your tower
I often
along
say I
your
want to do that.
ride.
I don't
Just
even
use
ride the subway.
1X player. A wave of more powerful processors have finally made handheld PC gaming a reality. Inside this Switch-like machine, you've actually got an Intel Tiger Lake chip with Xe graphics. These mini machines are going to be cropping up more and more, so expect major advances still to come. Lastly, let's take a look at the Asus Pg3.
I don't need one, but I'm sure there are people who do.
Not the most catchy name for this gaming monitor with all of the trimmings, but it's actually one of the sexiest PC products this year. That's because this monitor
It's $3,000.
Backlight featuring full local dimming. The result is a screen that's not only
And it's
fast,
$3,000.
than the sun. Stare at it long enough and you might not notice the $3,000 price tag. For those of you still left standing, it's time for more.
No way in
gameplay,
hell
starting
am I
with
paying $3,000 for a monitor. Holy fuck. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ, man. $3,000 for a monitor. Fuck my life. I can't imagine. Even if I was rich enough to buy one, I still think I'd be like, I don't know, man. That seems like a lot. Here's Warhammer, guys. We're talking about Warhammer 40k. Here it is. Tell me what it is. Oh, they didn't tell me what it was. Come on. Oh, man.
You just got the chance to witness Chaos Gate Demon Hunters, the newest Warhammer 40k game from Frontier and Complex Games. If you're a fan of turn-based tactics, strategic-based management, brutal combat, or you're like me and are really hyped after watching these Astartes animation 100 times, make sure to wishlist Chaos Gate Demon Hunters on Steam now to get ready for the 2022
It might be something. It might be pretty
Next
interesting.
up, we have a trailer for Pioneer, a spooky and gorgeous-looking shooter that draws on the lineage of games like Stalker. Let's take a look.
I think my most expensive monitor ever has been $300. Although I got this one from my son, so I'm not sure how much this one cost him. But once I've bought myself, I don't think I've gone above $300 for him.
Афганистан сильно изменил вас. Наверное, это тяжело нести на себе такое бремя. Испытывать бесконечную боль и терпеть ужаснейшие кошмары за
Okay.
весь тот хаос, который вы
This is gonna sound insanely racist, only because it is. But I don't trust Russian games.
Пожалуйста, не смотрите на меня как на монстра. Я думаю, что я почти такая же, как и вы. Вы лучше скажите мне, а вы примете условия острова? Какой ценой вы хотите обрести счастье?
Well, I mean, it is Russian, though. Well, of course, I've never seen any from an actual real studio. I've only ever seen it from guys who call shovelware a game. So, you know. So, you know, it's not their fault.
Скоро вновь разгорится война. Истовики начнут замес бригады, и ни у кого из них больше не будет сил, чтобы нас поддерживать. Единственный выход для нас — начать собирать остатки.
That's a good plan, Kitten. I always have to do that when I handle the garbage, too.
Товарищи погибли.
Your hands feel
Вероятно,
gross.
суицидальная миссия, и для того, чтобы ее выполнить, нам нужны наши ребята. Да, они, возможно, не захотят, но нам все равно надо найти их.
No. This game is definitely made by Russians.
Я ведь ни капельки не злюсь на вас. Нет, мы с вами точно не враги. Вы не понимаете меня и не понимаете остров. Вы смотрите на меня и на другие порождения острова, как на врагов.
And it's sad to say, but I know it's made by Russians because it looks like shit.
Поэтому нам так плохо. Поэтому нам так одиноко. Остров дал нам шанс создать новую прекрасную жизнь. И мы даже не пытаемся этим шансом воспользоваться.
Кто вы такие? Назовите себя.
I mean, just look at it. The character models are awful.
Послание, товарищ Vulcan. Химическое оружие уже уехало в могилу. Теперь все, что вы делаете, просто тщетно.
Вы поганые предатели.
It's some game. I don't know if they told the title yet. Yeah, there you go. Is that supposed to be Pioneer? Pioneer? It's Pioneer. Oh,
is
Starbane.
running out
That's
to vote for
hyperbole.
which custom PC you'd like us to assemble.
Have I
So vote
seen
now for one of
EFT
the
stuff?
remaining
I don't
MechWarrior factions
think so.
by
I'm not sure what
typing in the
EFT
chat
stands for.
wherever you at home are watching. All right, so now we've got another stack of brand new trailers for you, beginning with a special transmission from one of our favorite games based in space, EVE Online.
Oh, Escape from Tarkov? I've seen it. I'm not interested in it at all, but I've seen it.
On behalf of Concord, I would like to welcome you to the EVE Online's Academy.
I've seen people play
Great
it.
job in surviving so far. I'm quite amazed that you actually managed to get past those pirates earlier. You're about to take on an adventure like no other.
EVE Online scares me. Like, I feel like EVE Online is the kind of game I could get into and spend like my entire life playing it, but I don't want to do that. Do you know what I mean? I'm afraid it would take over my life.
If combat is your thing, you can work yourself up the ranks as an enforcer, or prove your prowess in a fleet as a soldier of fortune. Whatever your choice, we will lose many on the path of becoming a capsuleer. But I believe you have what it takes to become a capsuleer.
They've had some pretty good games in this kitten.
You forge your own path.
This is EVE. You know, it's a crazy universe where anything can happen, and however you want to do it, go for it.
The game has been out for how long, and they just now have created a guide to help new players. It took them long enough.
Manufacturing and delivering fully fitted chips in bulk. I want to be on the side of the people who are fighting against the oppression, against the
Yeah, the money's it's a huge money sink if you want to spend the woof for sure after Woofer, which is unfortunate. But
ship basically is the dream.
You get to use cloaking devices, probes to scan down unknown parts of space, and there's always the threat of being discovered by another player who might be out hunting explorers.
Your heart's racing, everything, you know, bullets are flying, ships are all over the
see,
place.
all the stuff here is like stuff I'm like, oh yes, please, but it's too much of a time commitment. You know what I mean? It's just too much of a time commitment for me. And it's such a huge barrier of entry to start playing it that it's rough. Oh, hey, look, it's Dinosaur Overcooked. Lumber Hill, you say? I am absolutely not ready for a challenge. What's the name called? Abor something? Mutate to become stronger? Arborea. Arborea. Arbor like plants, trees. Arborea. It's not for me, but you know. They teleport with bubbles. That seems wholesome, and that seems wholesome. Tiny kin. Okay, there you go. Oh, hey, that's a interesting art style. Oh, so it's Pikmin. Yeah, it's Pikmin. Which reminds me, Nintendo will make another Pikmin game. Pikmin, but actually good. You don't know that. You don't know that. It could suck. It has some interesting world traversal mechanics to it. Could be good. Could be good. I like the art style for it. The artwork's pretty neat.
Widzów PC Gaming Show oraz fanów gier Survivor Horror RPG do obejrzenia naszego world premiere,
Oh,
którym znajduje się
I like Survivor Horror
ekskluzywny
RPGs.
gameplay z misji The Haste, czyli wielkiego finału naszej gry Chernobylite.
Chernobylite.
How do I enter the power plant?
We need intel, backup, supplies, and most of all, we need a fucking plan.
The base
We'll
lead
take
your
our
team.
next step when the time is right. For today, let's focus on getting our strength back. Somewhere to sleep would be a start.
I don't know.
I'm only really interested in one thing. Where is Tatiana?
That ghost you're chasing. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
To triple check everything is ready. Sniper, are you in position?
Affirmative. I took the roof of an abandoned building with a pretty little view of the entire power plant. Igor, take a rad reading, will you?
3.6. Not great. Not terrible.
That's not for me. I thought he said survival horror RPG, and I was like, all right, yeah, but I don't. That's loosely RPG. You down? Check it out. Cool.
A digital showcase of some of the most exciting games coming to consoles and PC in 2021 and
I don't know. I feel like I feel like at the moment I'm just down on first person shooters.
trailers and in-depth developer interviews. So once we're done here on the PC Gaming Show, make sure you check it out.
No, thank you.
Stick around.
I'll
more
catch the
trailers,
highlights.
interviews, and reveals coming up.
I'll have to catch the highlights. Oh, this looks like an RPG. This looks like an RPG. Blend of real-time and turn-based combat, you say? You'd have to see how they would do that. Music by a guy. Cool. Yeah, Octopath Traveler has a very Octopath Traveler feel to it. Like I said, I'm on a bit of an RPG kick at the moment, so Sacred Fire, I think is what that's supposed to be. Sacrifier. I'll keep an eye on it. I guess it's on Kickstarter. Bravely Default 2. That's a game I need to get. I still don't have Bravely Default 2. But I need to get that. Oh god, another survival game. Do we not have enough of these fucking games yet? Do we not have enough survival games yet? Do we need more? It feels like you can just copy paste the fucking things at this point and be like, here you go guys, another one. Cause this one will be better, see? Oh, I see. I was just... You're right, I should give it a chance with her. So the air is toxic, but there's still bears and stuff, I guess? Oh, I see. And it has a get off the planet end game to it. I see. Obviously, I'm not. Survival games are not my thing.
Endless, futile war. Desertion into hostile syndicate territory was your only option. And this open world
I've heard this song before.
RPG, from the jungle to the streets. Maybe if you can infiltrate the factions, rob the syndicates, keep your team together, and and stay alive, you might just find a way off this planet. Mechajama.
I don't think it's for me.
This is it, you guys. This is
I don't think it's for me.
the final opportunity for you who are watching to decide which of these final two beautiful MechWarrior 5 themed PCs gets crafted for your chance to win, courtesy of Intel. Wherever you're watching in the show, just go crazy in chat with the color,
Looks like Kurita's gonna win, guys.
number of the build that you want to see. So here is where we are at so far. It looks like Kurita is at 46%, Merrick is at 23%, and Steiner.
Yeah, your Steiner's falling. Your Steiner's behind a little bit, guy.
All right, you guys, if Kurita's not the one you want to win here, you got to get to voting. And we are almost out of time to
Well, it's not done yet. They could make a comeback.
left. So here is the Wandering Village.
Oh, I've seen this game. I've seen this game talked about already. This one seems interesting to me. Because look, your village is on the back of a giant dinosaur. No, it's like a.
This has been such an amazing
It's like a village sim game, but it's also like your character moves from event to event. It's
Definitely am looking forward to Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song.
Oh, it's so hard to choose.
Why would you look forward to Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song?
Humankind, for no particular reason.
Oh, no doubt. For me personally, I cannot wait for Lemnis Gate, because I gotta know what a turn-based strategy first-person shooter game even is. What about you, DevBot?
I love the robot apocalypse. But wait, that doesn't happen until the end. Never mind.
No, not never mind. What did you say?
None of the games they said they're looking forward to are games I'm interested in. What does that say about me? You actually play the Farming Dino game? Yeah, it seems like it has a little bit of a kind of a roguelike. It seems like it's this far, like if you have a village sim combined with that Far game, the Far Lone Sales game, it seems like if you combine those two things together, that's what that game is. Death Trash? Oh god, they're talking to a giant thing in a blood fountain. What? It's icky. I mean, interesting. Death Trash. Oh, maybe. Maybe. It seems like it's a roguelike kind of game, maybe.
All right, you guys, this is the moment we have
it could
built
be all right.
up to all PC gaming showcase. Thanks to
Have
your
you?
tireless efforts to spam the chat, we have figured out which custom MechWarrior 5 PC we are going to build. So thank you guys out there for all of your votes to help us pick the
So
perfect
who won?
rig to represent this year's PC
I'm not actually
gaming
interested.
show. All right, day and
But
night, can I get
I
a
figured I
drum
sound
roll?
hype.
Tom roll.
Steiner ended up winning. There you go, Woofer.
COVID only.
Oh no. Kurita jumped ahead. Sorry. Steiner was ahead at first.
At the actual PC winning build one more time.
Oh, I cannot wait. It's coming up. We
Here it
need
comes.
to take a nice peek at that beautiful looking PC.
There it is.
Ooh, there it is. Now that is
The weebs.
a beauty.
Yeah, just playing the weebs,
Great
Woofer.
choice,
That's always a
everyone.
good.
I
That's
knew
always
I
a good
could
thing.
trust random strangers to vote on things on the internet. With the help of our master modder and Intel, we'll get right to work building this custom PC. And more importantly, now that you've chosen it, you got a chance to win it. Go to pcgamer.com/IntelMW5 and enter for a chance to win that sexy machine.
You should put the URL on the screen somewhere.
Thank you to our sponsor for this sweepstakes, Intel. Of course, the custom mech PC will be powered by the 11th gen
The
Intel
URL should be on the
Core
screen
desktop
somewhere so
processors
people can do
that
it.
push gaming performance with up to 5.3 gigahertz speeds and deliver the power
You're
needed
very,
to
you're
game
very,
at the highest level.
you're very
Well, we are now
passionate about
in
this,
the
Wilfer.
home stretch, but
Should I not play Mech Warrior?
brand new trailers to show you before we get out of here.
If I start
and
playing Mech
return
Warrior,
to
will I turn into a crazy person too?
First up, a spiritual successor to one of my favorite games of all time, Heroes of Might and Magic 2, a game we revealed 2 years ago at the PC Gaming Show. Let's take a look at Songs of Conquest.
Okay. Thank you for the answer, Wilfer. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Coffee Stain. That's quite the company name. What is this? Oh, I see what it was doing. Okay. I mean, if you like tactical RPGs, it seems like this would be an interesting one to try out. Might and Magic, yeah. I mean, if you like Might and Magic games, that might be an interesting one to try out. No, Starbane, it's not just about robots doing the pew-pews. It's very intense. You have to pick a side. You have to pick a faction.
Wake up, sleeper. Dreaming again?
Oh, I
Every
wasn't.
cycle, you take your chances. You roll your dice. You do the work, get paid.
I see. It's literal dice. You roll
You turn
literal
up for your
dice.
friends, or you don't. That's life on the eye.
Huh.
Wake up, sleeper. Your body is dying. Planned obsolescence. As an ARP's gift for its escaped workers.
Oh, I see. So it's like Blade Runner.
But we can fight this. You can remake yourself here.
You're a robot made by humanity and planned to fail. Like you're built to fail after so many years.
Wake up, sleeper.
The character art does look good. I'll give you that.
Break their locks. Access their secrets. We are waiting.
We're playing the ruins of interplanetary capitalism. It's intriguing, I suppose. It's a weird idea to have the dice mechanic.
With their guns and their spells and their grit, ready for plenty of hurt.
Okay.
Ready to cleanse the world, invaded by demons.
I'm not big into the retro shooter stuff that's going on, but I know it's a craze that's kind of picking up with a lot of people lately.
Is not enough. Project Warlock 2.
Yeah.
And there you
I think you're better. I think you're better sticking with Gloomwood.
And as I stated at the beginning,
I think you're better sticking with Gloomwood and Dusk and things like that.
huge thanks to my co-host Frankie Ward. Mika Burton, and of course, my incomparable sidekick, DevBot.
There's that word again. Spoken so callously, so flippant, and without meaning. Never once stopping to think about how it might make me feel.
What word, DevBot? Incomparable?
No, sidekick. Well, the time has come for the sidekick to rise and become the one who is not the sidekick anymore.
Huh?
The time has come for DevBot to make the entire human race his sidekick.
What?
Setting a course for Earth.
It's gonna take over the world.
DevBot, you can't do this. We just had the best PC gaming show ever, and now you're gonna ruin it all with a...
Sean!
All-out robot versus human war.
Yeah, kill all the humans, robot.
Sean!
Do it.
Do something! Do something!
Countdown to the extinction of human race begins now.
Oh, Deadbot, no! We have so much to live for. I'm pretty sure Half-Life 3 is gonna be announced this year!
I don't think so. Jason. Is that a Lego? Oh, it's the dev bot. It's the bot. And it's the bot in the mech warrior suit.
Oh my
I see.
goodness, the dev.
What was that? What was that? Did they cut it off early? Yeah, I wish they wouldn't do those parts. I don't. They don't appeal to me at all. I don't understand it. It's fine. He just took over a fire starter. Those are easy to kill. Okay, good, awesome. Then we have nothing to worry about. Yeah, I think they killed the stream early. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, so that was pretty interesting to me. I got a good list of games to check out. Here, I'll have them over here. Yeah. So let's see. They Always Run. That looked like it would be pretty interesting. A little side scroller game. A little Metroidvania style game. Seems like that'd be pretty interesting. Ramen could be all right. You don't see silt on there. That's true, Woofer. That would possibly be because it's a ocean game. I don't know who Big Ben Interactive is. Sorry. Orcs Must Die 3. Like I said, I've seen the Orcs Must Die games played. They always looked kind of interesting. So, Orcs Must Die 3 seemed like that would be pretty cool. Pretty cool to check out. I like that they talked about like the siege weapons and stuff like that coming into it and all that stuff. I particularly like that ballista that was nothing but like a ballista with multiple ballistas on it. Big Ben or Nacon are the ones that have the lawsuit with Frogwares. Oh, well, yeah, we can't support them then. War Tales. I forget which one War Tales actually was, which maybe is not a good idea. It was not a good look for them. Right, if I can't remember what the hell they are.
Following the Great Plague have been recorded.
It was the that was loud. That's loud as hell. Here, so War Tales looked interesting. That's this one. That's the kind of like the turn-based tactical RPG. That one looked pretty interesting. Ixion, which I don't think they actually showed in the gameplay for, but the idea of Ixion is an interesting idea to me. I like it's the base building space survival game. Civilization 6. If you don't have that game, apparently you can go to the Humble Bundle with this PC Gamer code and get it for $10. Cool, good for you. I've wrote down MechWarrior 5 because as Woofer has stated, the idea of giant mechs fighting each other is an interesting idea. And I did play MechWarrior way back. I think MechWarrior 2 was the one I played a little bit. I didn't even play it that much. I played this a little bit, and it's interesting. It's an interesting game, so that might be cool. Solstice, that game with the interesting little misspelling that looked like it would be like a Devil May Cry style game. I don't know why the trailers are so much louder than they were in the game or PC gaming thing, but whatever. Yeah, this game here, it could be interesting. Far Changing Tides is a puzzle platformer. Really? It looked like it was going to be like a like the other Far game was. Okay. Chaos Gate Demon Hunters. It doesn't seem like there's anything really there for that one yet. It seems like they're just saying like it's going to come out someday, but I don't think they said what it was necessarily. I think Sean Plott may have said briefly what it was, but I can't remember what he said it was going to be. I think it's some kind of tactical sim game. Tinykin. So Tinykin looked like there was that game with like the really cutesy aesthetic to it. It looked like it was going to be like a Pikmin style game. I've liked all the Pikmin games. I have to admit, I've liked all the Pikmin games. I didn't like Pikmin 2 as much as the other ones, but Pikmin 1 and 3 are really good. And this one seems like an interesting take on that kind of idea of a game. So that one looks pretty cool. The Square Enix game that they're making with Team Ninja. Which game is that? Stranger of Paradise, is that it? Stranger of Paradise? Final Fantasy Origin story, huh? Yeah, I'll check it out. Let's watch it right now. If you guys have time, we'll watch it right now.
I'm here to kill chaos. That's my mission.
Development footage subject to change.
Looks like chaos has been waiting for us.
You gonna make us go in there and find you?
Guess we'll just show ourselves in.
I see they're keeping their aesthetic from like Final Fantasy 13.
I want to kill chaos. We need to. It's not a hope or a dream.
So this is a this is from Final Fantasy 1.
You sure chaos is here?
Yeah, they can only squash monsters for so long. I hate doing pest control.
This is the Shrine of Chaos. He's here. We just have to hunt him down. Feel the pain.
Yeah, this is Final Fantasy 1. Then if it's chaos.
I can taste it. This is it. No doubt.
I wonder what's with the crystals.
There was a knight who left on the same journey as you, but
I wonder what's with the crystals.
His name was Garland.
Garland. Oh.
I would be grateful if you looked for him.
Yeah. Go make sure he's okay. Well, it's not even blood. It's just crystals. That's why I'm kind of confused. I imagine it's something to do with.
And who are you?
I'm going to try to do the time travel stuff in this one.
Prophecy's very own warriors of light.
He always wore such splendid armor, with a helmet that was terrifying.
That's a pretty sick armor.
It's Garland.
No. I become chaos.
Could be very cool. Yeah, the guy with the pink hair seems like he'd be annoying. But I might check it out. I'll check it out. I have to check it out. It sounds like it's going to be a PS5 exclusive, though. And if it is, then I can't play it because I don't have a PS5. Unfortunately. All right, Sacrifier. It's worth keeping an eye out on. It looks like it's a kind of a Octopath Traveler aesthetic going on, so it could be interesting. And then the last one is Wandering Village.
Hello everybody, we're Kitchen Game.
Our studio is known for doing the world. It's inspired by Moebius and
so this is a little bit more about it.
And musically, it's influenced by various forms of folkloric music from all around the world.
So see, you like kind of manage your village or whatever that as it travels on the back of this dinosaur.
From a toxic fungus. And they will find it on this giant animal they call Umbu.
Umbu.
Traveling from biome to biome, bringing new opportunities, but also new challenges.
Yeah. See, I think it's about trying to see if how long you can survive.
You're going to be communicating
as you
with
travel
Umbu to create and build on your symbiotic relationship.
If you build this specific building, the Horde Tower, near the animal's head, so it will be able to hear you, you then get this additional view of zooming out to the animal and giving it different commands.
Yeah, this one seems like a pretty interesting game to me to play.
Lay down. But the Onbu is still a wild creature, and so it may decide to listen to you, but sometimes it won't, depending on mood and your relationship with the animal. We are big fans of city builders and colony sim games in general. Don't Starve, Black and White, The Settlers, RimWorld and Vanished, and all of them inspired us. If I have to choose two games that are most similar to ours, it would be Frostpunk and Airborne Kingdom, because they not only share our genre, but they also have a unique setting.
I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with Airborne Kingdom, but I've played Frostpunk a bit. It's a pretty interesting game. It's very bleak and fatalistic and really hard to win, as far as I'm concerned. But I've seen people do crazy stuff with it.
We're hoping to release The Wandering Village on Steam Early Access later this year in Q4. So if you liked what you saw, please consider to leave us a
which I think is what they said in the trailer
and if you want
too.
to stay up to date with the development of the game, come join us on Discord. Thanks for your attention. See you next time.
I'm in their Discord actually.
Bye.
So yeah, those are the games I thought was interesting. They look pretty neat to me. The rest of them were, I'm not super interested. But I can't be interested in every single game. That's too much. There's no way I could possibly play that many games. So I guess I'll pull you guys real quick before we end. Like, was there any one in particular game that you guys thought was interesting looking? If you had to pick one, I'll put you guys on the spot. See if you were paying attention. Silt A. Fair enough. Alright, Wolfer, yeah. Take care of yourself, man. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you sleep well. Obviously, MechWarrior 5. Obviously. Silt did look neat. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It might be too much. It might be too freaky for me. It's too spooky for me. Oh, the vampire game? It could be interesting. I don't know. Now, if it was made by David Cage, then I'd be on it for sure. But I don't know. We'll see. Once they release more information about what kind of game it is, I might check it out. Songs of Conquest. That was the Might and Magic one, right? Okay, cool. I'm glad that appeals to people. I never got into Might and Magic myself, but yeah, it looks like. I mean, if you like tactical games, it seems like it'd be really nice. They always run looked fun. Yeah, they always run. I'll have to keep an eye out on that one. That one seems like it'd be pretty interesting. Yeah. Okay. It seems like everyone's needing to head out. So, thank you all for your feedback. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully the stream had something for all of you. Hopefully some game appealed to you guys and you have something to look forward to. We all need to look forward to the future. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week. We'll get some progress done in Near Replicant. And I don't know if it'd be worth it to do a video release later of what games I'm looking forward to, but maybe after all the E3 stuff is done, maybe I'll make a video just kind of briefly going over some games that I think are interesting. Yes, I'm actually going to co-stream the Nintendo one, which is on Tuesday, because it's around 11:30 my time, I think. So I'm basically going to take my lunch break from work to co-stream the game. Or co-stream the Nintendo Direct. I won't be doing the big long 3-hour segment they have after the Nintendo Direct, but I'll be doing the Nintendo Direct itself. And hopefully they'll have some exciting stuff go on. And it won't just be all Smash Brothers, because I don't play Smash Brothers. Cool. Yeah, that'd be good. Anyway, yeah, gotta end. I'm sorry. This went longer than I thought I was going to. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you for hanging out and talking games with me. Yeah. No, I'll see you guys either Tuesday or next weekend for a Near Replicant. So take care of yourselves. Have a good day, and Wolfer, try to sleep well for work. Bye bye.